Hello. So, Natalie Vasquez here. I am trying to talk about something that is definitely an unpopular opinion. I don't want you to think it comes from a place of immaturity or frustration or anger. No, I'm observing what's happening in session. In case you didn't know, I'm also a therapist. And I want to share kind of the things that happen during these sessions and some of the themes and the patterns I'm seeing. So you can say, wow, okay, maybe that's what's going on. Maybe that's what's current. What do I think about that? It's just a place where we can all kind of come together. Well, my opinions probably come through for sure. But I don't want it to be a blame game. So I don't want you to think I'm on either side. So I really hope that you can listen to the whole thing so that you're not thinking that I'm coming from a bad or intentional. I'm not intentional in any way. I just want to get this message across so that we can put our minds together and think about it. I'm just, in terms of an unpopular opinion that is still prevalent, and I'm not really sure if it's getting bigger or getting, I want to use the word worse because it is having a negative impact on people's relationships. And so what I'm talking about is feminism. Okay, so I don't want to put it down, of course, right? Like, I'm a woman. I want us to further our education. Of course, we can do that now. I want us to further our articulation. Is that where I want us to get better at everything? And and some women already have all that. Like, I've seen women outdo men constantly. So I don't think we're in a place where we need to really be fighting anymore. And if you're in a situation where you do feel like you're having to really state your place, I need to do my nails, and really fight for your position because you feel like you're because you're a female. It could be that you really are, or it could just be your way of looking at the world. I ask you and invite you to look at beliefs when you were growing up. What was infused in you, what was said to you growing up, and if you're carrying it with you, that's super important. What I want to say is something that I have seen in relationships that is really hurting it, and I want to bring it to the attention of the women out there, but also to men, because they also may not be, when we share things, we may not be thinking about it that way. We may pick up something small or tiny in what one person said that has changed your world completely. And so that's kind of what I'm here to do. That's my intention. That's my purpose. And that's why God has put me here. Sorry if I just lost some of you there, but I do big believer in God, and he's my driver. So I want to share this with you first because, he's the reason I'm here. So sometimes I feel like God puts something on you to say or share. And the way you know that is because you're constantly thinking about it. It keeps popping in your brain. Should I take on that job? Should I try that venture that I want to do? I don't know if I said that right. If I do, should I try that adventure? Should I go on that run? I feel like if it keeps popping in your mind, that is something that might be something that he's telling you to do. And that's how I believe God works through us. So in terms of me right now, I think this is a topic he wants me to share because it's on my mind a lot. But what I have heard women say recently is, and not, of course, not all, but the ones that are truly suffering that I've been working with that can't seem to find a way out they have this theme that they can do it all alone. They don't need men. They got this, they're independent thinkers. And I want to bring up one person in particular. Of course, I cannot share any information, but just a statement that they said. And if this is an occurring thought for you, I ask you to just sit on that and just think about what impact it could be having on your relationship if you are in a bad place. If you're in a good place, great, it's working for you. You have found so many ways to make it work. These things are complicated. It just depends. Depends on the people. It depends on their pain. It depends on the way that they think through things. It depends on their outlook. Depends on their trauma, things like that. So if you're in a place right now where you have said, I don't need men, I don't need a man, I can do all this by myself, I invite you to be careful with that statement, because what you are doing, and this is only for women who are, suffering at the moment in their relationship, they're really struggling. I ask you to think about that way of living. If you believe that you don't need them and that you are just perfectly capable of handling everything yourself, that's wonderful. Okay, great. We commend you. Awesome. But I also need to be real here, and there's a part of me that I get really frustrated with being nice. Like, I want to tell you to wake up. I want to tell you to quit being an idiot. Like, you need them. Your relationship with your kids is not going to be great without them. Like, they're the piece to the puzzle. I'm sorry to tell you that, but you do need them. And when you divorce and you break up, you still need them. You still have to work with them on things. They don't just go away. I don't know if that's something that women believe will happen, is, oh, I'm just gonna get, no, they will still be there. They're still gonna be around. Their kids love them. Your kids love them. And so I really think that this mindset of, I'm a woman, I can do everything, I don't need any man, is very harmful to a relationship. And I think that having traditional roles is super great. Like, it's wonderful that he can fix things, right? It's wonderful that you can fix things. I actually admire you if you can fix things around the house. Oh my God, I can't tell you. I have the clumsy gene, so I will cut my finger off. And I watch like these women building stuff all the time, and I'm like, like, I want to do it too. So overemphasis on independence. So yes, do we get frustrated when we don't see them do something and we have to do it ourselves? Yes, of course, that happens. But I don't want it to be this big thing for you. And I know it's like, well, why are you talking like you have anything over me? I don't. I'm just in the habit because I get in session, and that's how a therapist talks to you. This talks to you. I don't want you to get in the habit of thinking that this one thing is everything. It's not. It's a piece. It's a part. And who wants to do the laundry? Like, nobody. And if you're waiting for it to be their idea, it's never gonna happen. Like, just understand that now. Some people will pick up where you leave off, and that's wonderful. You can do that. You can arrange that. But that's what makes it so complicated, is that everyone is so incredibly different, and that's what makes people so incredibly amazing. Now, here's one thing I did not say in the beginning, which really does matter. If you do really see yourself with them forever, let's do this. Like, let's figure this out together. We got to make this work for the kids, okay? If there's no kids, if you're not excited about them anymore, if you've lost your whatever, if they've lost their whatever for you, like, and they actually tell you they have lost their spark, that's a different situation. We need to look at that and figure out what the heck is going on, and if you are actually done, or if they are actually done, or if they're actually doing something else with someone. Keeping score. Keeping score is, sorry, I have a hair or something. I don't know. There's like a lot of fuzz flying around. Keeping score. So don't keep score with each other. I did this, now you need to do that. Don't do that. Like, just do it out of, it feels good to do stuff for people. And you have to really, let them know if they're not appreciating it, right? Like, oh, I did that. You can point it out. You never got some feedback on that. Hey, didn't I do a good job on that? Like, I just want to hear you say it. And then, oh, another one. Assuming assuming bad motives. So assuming that someone has bad intentions, that can just kill the relationship like completely. So just try not to think that way. I know that that's easy to say, but that happens so much. And then, minimizing, ooh, this is a good one for women. Minimizing men's emotional needs. Like, we need to back off. Leave them alone. Like, they come home from work, they just worked. They just went to work for you. Like, they're coming home to you. They just spent all their energy, all their efforts. Like, you know, give them that credit, give them that space. I'm trying to come up with a good phrase. It's like tone, timing, and temperament, maybe? I don't know. Tone meaning, how are you approaching your guy with something that you need or want? Like, how is your voice? Like, tone. Timing. Are you asking at the right time? For example, let me go back to tone. So tone, like, hey, is there any way you can do this? Hey, is there any way, hey babe, is there any way you could, hey, is there any way you could do this? Is there any way you could do that? Like, are you asking it that way? Or are you just like, oh, can you please just do the, it's just tone. I feel like you have to keep in mind temperament. So how's your temperament right now? First of all, like, are you feeling good? You know, are they in a mood? Is it, wait, what was it? Tone, timing, and then temperament, sorry. Timing. The next thing would be, am I approaching them at the right time? And just overall, am I thinking about all this? And should you have to? No, and there will come a time when you don't have to really like think about everything. There will come a time when things are good and everybody, and they understand where you are and they trust you and you trust them, and it won't be so hard. But when you're getting through all these motions, like, these thoughts really control how we think about one another. So I ask you to think about tone, your tone. I ask you to think about timing, and I ask you to think about temperament. What mood are you in? What mood are they in? So I think that that's going to be really useful later in the future. Now, I don't want to harp on women, okay? I just think that we go about things in sometimes a really wrong way. But the other thing is that we are very emotional. Like, I'm not going to just sit here and act like we're not. We are. That's how we're made. And sometimes we are more emotional than other days. So I ask you to let your guy know, hey, I'm a little bit more emotional right now. Like, I just don't feel good. If you give him a warning, or everyone around you a warning, they're gonna know, okay, this, you know, I need to like help out more, or okay, she's stressed, she's struggling, let me help her out, let me maybe talk to her a little bit more, see what she needs, ask her some questions like, what can I do? Is there anything I can help you with? And so the next part of this video is on the guys, right? So I guess first of all, understanding that we are very emotional. You already know that, obviously. You know that our brains are going 100 miles an hour thinking about this and that and how many hundreds of millions of things we have to get done when you just want to relax. Totally cool, totally understandable. We have to respect that about you. You have to respect that we are trying to do it all. And we don't mind doing it all. We like the control most of the time. We like having our hand in most of it because we like to know what's going on. Just being there to listen, super important. You guys don't even have to say anything. You can just be like, hey, is there anything you want to talk about? Hey, just regular check-ins. Hey, is there anything that I can do for you? Hey, is there anything that you need my help with? So definitely stay calm, like when we're out of out of whack. Just stay calm, be very understanding. Don't ever throw anything back at us because, you know, obviously both sides don't like that. But a pretty big one for women is being emotionally available. I've noticed that too. That's a common theme with men, that just, you guys have grown up in such a way that you've been told you must be strong, you must be the provider, you must hold it together. But, you know, there's ways to just just show that you're trying to be emotionally open. Even just trying is going to count big for us. Share your thoughts and your feelings, instead of bottling them up. And also, like, if you are more, if you're closer, if you're more intimate, obviously your vulnerability with them will be bigger. And so you both have to really work on just really saying, hey, how do you feel today? How do you feel about things today? And just trying to connect. And it's a regular thing. You can't go, days, weeks, months without this. Knowing how, like, her love language, right? Of course, what is it? Is it being told things on a regular basis, or appreciate saying, oh man, that was really great. Thank you so much for putting my shoes where they go, or folding my socks, or I really thought a lot about you today. Those are ways that you can show affection. You could do little things, like shoulder rub, a touch on the arm, like anything small, they're big things. They matter. And I am really sad when I hear that people go their whole day and they haven't spoken. They even work close by and they don't even go out to lunch together. That makes me so incredibly sad. And, you know, you gotta get together. You gotta talk about things on a regular basis. There's always issues. There's always issues, whether it be between you two, whether it be with the kids, whether it be with your parents, whether it be with people from work. Oh God, don't get me started on co-workers, right? Like, that's a whole another thing. Actually, you know what? I should do stuff about work too, because there's so many topics about people you work with too. But yeah, support, being super supportive and understanding.